So I'll start with thanking the Jaipuria group. And I think I come back after about 13 to 14 years. I came again back to Jaipuria. I remember I was here long back and I addressed the forum. Thank you, Sanandi, for getting me here. And also to all the delegates on the dais and Vinodji, thank you for such a wonderful address for the students. I'm just going to be talking about and also making it very interactive with all of you to make sure that you take away some things that are going to be very important for you in terms of employment and going forward opportunities for most of you. I also hear that some of the students here are from business backgrounds and some of the students here are from, the services backgrounds. So most of the students can take away some good points, what we have learned from whatever we have done for so many years, and which is being challenged every single day, right? So when we get up today in the morning and when we get up every day, it's so much of disruption that I have never seen in my whole life. It's been 30 years that I've spent on employment and workforce solutions in North America, India, and Europe. But I've never seen these disruptions happening across the world. So I think last week I was there attending the Economic Times Global Business Summit and very fresh in my mind. So, and obviously our Prime Minister was kind enough to grace the occasion there. And we actually saw a very different vision, a macro vision for the country. And it's very good and proud to be a part of this country because we are going to be the next 10 years and the next decades and will be for India. But we are at a very pivotal point. It's very uniquely positioned right now. If we do not take some right actions and all of you in this room, we will not be able to pivot to the next level. That is what the outcome when we saw in that room where we had about 150 CEOs with the Prime Minister himself addressing all of us. It was, one of the things that you need to understand is that all of you in this room you are one of the top 1% of India, if you ask me. All of you are educated. You are in this room because you have opportunities and your parents have struggled and gave you this opportunity to bring you in this room and in this college and obviously academics. You guys are lucky to be in this room. Now, once you get lucky, you gotta get smarter, right? You have to be smarter and take some steps so that you can really make a good career out of this. We're going to be 400 million Indians coming in the workforce by 2047. I'm just taking 2047 and not 2030 because that was the address that we say Viksit Bharat by our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister. And I think this is a good thing because we can do some things by 2030, but we cannot be a nation which, we can be a progressive nation and we continue to be by 2047. Role of all of us as future entrepreneurs and managers will be not only driving profitability for companies, it's going to be building productive capabilities for all of you. It's very important to understand that. I think, and I'm sure our grandparents saw the personal computers, right? And what we saw right now is a shift to AI. I call it the AI tsunami. I don't even call it AI. It's an AI tsunami, and it's changing the world so fast that you will never be able to see this moving so fast in the world. So that's why I'm saying again and again, and how has it happened? Just to give you some examples, right? 5 years versus 50 years. My first example is 5 years versus 50 years. The valuation shift of Indian IT giants, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, and HCL, combined together $280 billion. 50 years it took us to reach this combined valuation. 50 years. But when I look at an AI startup, and he was here last week, and Sir mentioned about the AI summit, Anthropic, I'm sure all of you would be reading about Anthropic today morning in the news as well. They hit $380 billion in just 5 years. It's a very different ball game altogether, 5 years versus 50 years. And It's a tsunami is even hitting geopolitics, as you all know. And also the AI, you heard about the Pentagon's operations of frontier AI going into the president's house, taking him out, transferring him into the plane and taking him to the United States, the Venezuela president, right? I'm sure you would have heard all that. That's all because of frontier AI, Anthropic. To the T, they find you out where you are. AI is not that easy to understand. It's going to be entering into your lives, so you have to protect your lives, right? So some things are good, some things are not good too. I heard Sam Altman the other day, he's in IIT Delhi, and he was saying that the old career advice is dead. Is a death of the old career advice. Please understand, it's a very strong statement that he made, and is a future generation entrepreneur talking about like this in IIT Delhi. We always trust our parents, right? We always trust our parents. Parents will always take care of us. Absolutely, that's true, will always be true. We'll always take their advice, their blessings, their learnings are going to be helping us in our life. But remember, when it comes to future, the responsibility of change, the thought process of change, you guys are more formidably placed. You guys are much better looking forward in future because you have technology in your hands since your childhood. Parents will always be thinking good about you. Listening to them is very good, understanding it very good. But the future, the responsibility of change management is now on your shoulders. It's not going to be your parents helping you in that because they also don't know what AI is doing to the world, right? They're not from this generation. So you need to really be very agile and think and learn every single day. I'll do a quick reality check and I'll pause for a minute to make it more interactive in the morning, right? Okay, are you okay with that, all of you? I'll make it interactive. Just raise your hands when I ask you a question. Is that okay? Yeah? Okay. So look at the person sitting right next to you, and I will be asking you 3 questions, one by one, and I'll take a pause, and you can just raise your hands, right? How many of you think that your current curriculum and books that you're reading today will be relevant in the next 3 years from today? Will it be relevant? Yes or no? Yes, please raise your hands. Thank you. All right. That's very good. Yeah? My second question, very important question. How many of you think a layoff is always a failure of the individual? Raise your hands. Is the layoff a failure of an individual? Very good, thank you. And how many of you believe you can survive as an MBA without knowing how to use a screen to make a blue-collar worker 10x more productive? Do you understand the question? How many of you believe? You can raise your hand. Would you be working in that? And sir said Bharat is in 70% rural, 85% actually rural. And do you think that AI is the only field that you should go into, and we'll be discussing that? India has many things that we can do. So I think very important to look beyond AI. That's the third thing. Every day what you read, because you read AI, because they want you to read AI, because you open your Instagram, you just see what they want you to see. Please open your eyes, start reading, start traveling, going to the industries, meeting them, spend time there. Don't just assume things by looking at your Instagram screens. That's where you will be really suffering later. They are just making you believe about some things which are non-existent. Believe me, I'm telling you, because we hire about 1,000 people every day in the country. With about 250,000 jobs open with us, we're not able to fill in the country. In the bottom of the pyramid, yeah? We are right now at 184,000 people sitting in employment in our organization, and we are not able to fill up jobs. Imagine. One side, we are a large population with our GDP growth at 6%, 6.2%, right? But you know what is their employment growth? Any guesses? What is their employment growth in the country? Nobody knows? Anybody can answer? It's 2%. Till the time we will not fill this gap, GDP growth doesn't mean anything. Till the time we don't balance the per capita income of the country, it doesn't mean anything. And how do we do that? We will talk about it. Yeah? Let me give you the reality. The mass layoffs is real, is bound to happen, will happen. IT index has lost 20% valuation in last 5 days in India. Have you ever heard of this in the past? IT index losing 20% valuation last 5 days. Losing a job in the country, in the US, in other places, they have all moved 10 years back onto situations where they don't look at a job like we do. Jobs are going to be not permanent in nature anymore. I'm telling you that. Reimagine this world. Layoffs will happen. Please take it like a AR, VR game, okay? Don't take it to your heart. Don't get depressed. It will not, because you will get something good, right? Technology is creating various jobs, right? Like you have Instagram screen of 30 seconds, 15 seconds screens, right? Similarly, the jobs are not going to be the way we have seen in the past. They're going to be changing. Don't need to worry about it. You need to change yourself about it. And do not get depressed about it, that layoffs are happening. Don't get depressed. Layoffs will happen. Be used to it, okay? This is a fighter spirit you need to have in you. Develop that spirit in you. It's a VUCA world, right? We always call it. I'll replace VUCA now. I'll not say VUCA anymore, because VUCA has been used many times. It's been abused. Let me now change it, right? I only say, I will remove, in VUCA, I will put agile in the last, not ambiguous. Yeah? So the only security is going to be your resilience, how you come back from failure, and how you do not get depressed by anything like that. Second, most important, learnability. And that's how you will have to do every single day. You know, the skills in demand for which are the MBA evolution are going to be changing. I'm going to be giving you 3 scenarios. Because this is so important for you to understand. The digital intuition. What's the digital intuition? It's not about coding anymore. Coding is going to be done by the machines. You don't have to do that. What will I do when I'm ITES? What will I do? What is the role, the career path that I will be taking? Think about that. You know, you need to have dashboards and AI-assisted systems to interpret decisions. Today, when we take a decision in our company, or when we look at our 800 plus enterprise clients, we do not give them old traditional Excel files. We don't. We give them data on AI, and they take decisions faster. We are able to hire faster. So the digital intuition is something that you will have to develop right now. Beauty is that you don't have to deal with those formulas and the issues we've used to face in our lives. You have everything ready on your plate. How you use AI for productivity is important. Second is going to be your contextual judgment. You know, you always say, use your best judgment and there is no other solution. That is so true and going to be true in the coming years. And you need to really use your best judgment and process the data. It doesn't understand operational nuance. And you must understand real-world execution and risk patterns. And that you'll only understand by spending more time in the industry. I always use one word called probation to be given to the university. The corporates, and I'm trying to do that in my company, in our 9 companies that we have acquired, the fastest ever in the country. We were nowhere, right, in 2018. Today we are India's 3rd largest. We could do that because of so many, risks that we took. We took risks. We invested a lot of money. We acquired companies. We took risks on cultures, but fortunately it worked out well. But I think you guys will have to take that risk, going out of your comfort zones, working more in the industry, spending more time, spending your probation right there in your college, not in your college. Spend that time in any of your industry. Whether they pay you, they pay you, they pay you good, they pay you, don't pay you, doesn't matter. What matters is that start that you will do. Every opportunity that you get today, please go and do your internship. Somebody offers you a project, please take it. Somebody gives you a challenge, take it. Right? We have so many challenges in our company. Our chief sales officer is sitting here, Manush, and also head of sales, right? Both of you. You know, we are facing so many challenges here, right? Every day. And we are ready to give you those projects to come and work with us, no problem. We have enough jobs. And you know, we need some bright students to come and work with us while you are studying here. Moment you do that, you develop that thinking of how you can sustain your jobs later. Now, this third piece is very important. Execution will never go off. What is execution? You operate 500 locations. We hire in 52 talukas every single day, hiring 25,000 offers every month. But for 25,000 offers every month, can anybody guess how many interviews we conduct in India? Yeah? So, we have to conduct more than 150,000 interviews to hire 25,000 people in the country. Can I do that manually, sir? All my colleagues? Can we do manually? We cannot do it. Right? You have to get on technology. You have to do that execution, flawless execution in your business and put tech to work. Today, our chatbots and agents are interviewing these people in human voice. Right? We are reaching out to 1 million people in 30 minutes through our messages. And that's how we are able to get to those people and jobs, which is a need of the country. Our country needs prosperity, growth, most important, jobs. That is why my fellow colleagues, Nitin, will understand what I'm saying. I think, and the corporates are here, so I don't want to really focus on you guys today. I'll focus on the kids back down there, because I think it's the most important thing. Our country needs jobs, and it's very difficult right now. Please understand that. It's so important. You need to focus out on manufacturing and other skills in renewable sectors, like Mr. Jain was here telling me. Renewables, look at beyond IT. IT is good. We have fantastic talent. We need more talent out there in other businesses. We are suffering out there in Amazons and e-commerce, quick commerce businesses, not able to hire people. So I think you are no longer the boss. You are going to be a productivity architect. So open your eyes and analyze workflows. So I think, as I said, and V5 Global, our companies, and Innovsource, I think we are India's largest employment solutions company today, right? And we release, as I said, running payroll analytics. I was talking about every hour how many people we are hiring. Every hour while you sit here, we are hiring 200 people right now as we speak. Correct? So it has to be employment engineering. We cannot do it manually anymore. I have few examples to tell you about what we did in with some clients. The one's largest mobile phone manufacturing company. I'll not name them here. But today we are using technology to, in the morning, 8:30, 9 a.m. or 11 a.m., whenever the stores open, we get to know who's not combed properly, who's not wearing shoes properly, right? What t-shirts are they wearing? And we get to know sitting right in our corporate offices. And the world's largest company, and you can guess it, I'm using that right now, is using that technology today to understand what experience they give in stores. These kind of innovations will continue to happen. You will have to manage such large forces because of technology going forward, right? So what do? All of us, we need to use our white-collar engineering. We are all white collars. White-collar engineering to augment blue-collar productivity, right? It's so important today. We all might be white-collar. Can the AI be making our people more productive? Can the quality become better? Can we have a better scale? I think these are more important. And scale becomes very important because that's why the AI is going to be helping you. I'll come to the last point. which is very, very important. And I'll end, and I don't want to bore you guys with my rant here, right? And I want to focus again on the back of the students out there, right? Now, this is something which is called cautious capitalism. And I was just touched upon that topic. Whether you are leading a startup, whether your parents are in business or a global corporation, your growth will depend on your ability to use AI to turn hope or possibility into a system. If your performance depends on individuals, that means if I have a person in my company who's doing something good, and he's a heroic guy, he becomes a hero, right? Because he's a good performer, and you think that you will be able to depend on the heroes to scale your companies, that is not going to be right. Hope, and in business, hope is not a strategy. It has to be based on systems, processes, and scale. So let me also talk about cautious capitalism again. If we use AI only to hollow out our workforce, that's what everybody is thinking. Like, I was speaking to somebody in the morning, and when, as companies are thinking, they're profit centers, that I'll remove X many people, I'll remove X many employees, and I'll put my AI in place. I think, we really need to look at, we should not be destroying our own market. Yeah, we are a nation of 1.4 plus 0.2 billion people, or I say 1.4 plus 0.2, which are hidden people. So, right? So I'll just describe it like this. No jobs is equal to no income. I'm making it very easy for the backbenchers there. Please listen to it. No jobs is equal to no income. No income is equal to no consumption. Understand, everybody? And no consumption is equal to no GDP. What is the conclusion? The conclusion is the asli income. Now I'll come to the AI, our analogy, right? Our analogy in the employment workforce solutions organizations, we call it the asli income pivot, right? Let me give you the little bit of detail on India at 2030 will be measured by competitiveness. It's going to be measured by dignity of its labor. Dignity of its labor. We are the country where we cannot be highly automated. Unfortunately, we can be automated, we can use automation, but not to that extent that we put our people out of jobs. And I have no fear in saying that, right? You should be a corporation, but you should use your cautious capitalism. Our parents are Goldman Sachs, our investors, right? We have no cash flow issues, correct? But can we use that cash flow to kill jobs? We cannot do that. That is why I invested into a workforce solutions company. India needs more jobs. Now I will be coming on the last piece and a little bit of humor in it so you guys can take something away. How many of you are from the business families here? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Business families? About 30%, 40%. Okay? And just give you some analogy for today. After listening to some of the people and the speakers today and my fellow colleagues from the industry and corporates, you will go back and tell your parents, Papa, we need AI-driven change management for our factory or for our business, right? Most of you will say that. Beta, the answer will come. Beta, I started this business with this calculator and when there was no internet, no mobile, and I know how to focus on the asli income, right? Asli income. So I think don't be discouraged with that. Don't be discouraged. So you go back, you smile, and go to your dad and tell him, this is the first real test of leadership, by the way. You should go back and show him your version of AI now. The augmented intelligence that we call it, is the only way to save his legacy. Show him that the AI is the asli incentive, okay? The asli incentive for his workers to succeed. You have intelligence and you have access. Now go surfing the tsunami and lead the change. That's where I'll end my discussion. And we are here to answer any of your questions. All the best to your careers. Do well. don't forget the real Bharat. Don't forget there is life beyond AI. Thank you so much.